Welcome to VTM Mining. This induction will provide essential information on health, safety, and operational protocols to ensure your safety and well-being while visiting our site. It will cover hazard awareness and the rules and regulations pertaining to the Mine Health and Safety Act. Adherence to these guidelines is crucial for maintaining a safe and productive environment. All visitors are required to complete this induction. Occupational hygiene involves identifying, evaluating, and controlling workplace hazards to protect health. We conduct occupational hygiene measurement to comply with legislation, ensure a safe environment, assess potential health risks, evaluate control measures, resolve complaints and industrial disputes, determine dust levels, maintain medical records. All visitors must sign in at the main gate upon arrival and provide valid identification. They will receive a visitor pass, which must always be worn while on site. Visitors will be collected from the security gate and escorted to the office to receive their safety induction and any personal protective equipment they may require. Visitors are subject to bag inspections. Access is restricted to designated areas, and visitors must be accompanied by a host at all times. Entry to restricted areas is strictly prohibited without explicit permission. Visitors are required to adhere to all safety guidelines. Upon departure, visitors must sign out and return any equipment used during their visit. These procedures ensure a secure and safe environment for all visitors and site personnel. When you arrive at the site, your host will provide necessary personal protective equipment, which must be worn in designated areas. When entering the working site, you must wear a hard hat, eye protection, hearing protection, a dust mask, reflective vests, and steel toe cap shoes or boots. Hazards on our site can come in the form of physical, interactions with machinery, high walls, noise and vibration, biological, viruses, bacteria and diseases, chemical, liquids, dusts, fumes, vapors, and mists. We use various controls to minimize these hazards. Elimination, using quieter machinery to reduce noise. Engineering, water sprays to control dust and noise barriers. Personal protective equipment, hearing protection and dust masks. Safety procedures, such as remaining 10 meters away from open-cast high walls. Remember, always stay with your host and use designated walkways. Ask if you have any questions. Dust in the air can irritate your lungs and cause serious health problems. Your host will provide you with a mask in dusty areas. Many industrial chemicals are hazardous. Be aware that chemicals can enter your body in 3 ways: swallowing, breathing them in, or through skin absorption. Your host will provide you with the correct PPE for the chemicals you may be exposed to. If you encounter a fire, report the fire. Evacuate the area. Your host will provide instructions and guide you to the nearest muster point. Your safety always comes first. Evacuate immediately if you are unsure. If you see danger, leave the area immediately. Report it to your host and safety representative. The area may be blocked off until it's safe. Only return when your host and safety team say it's safe. No visitor shall enter the site under the influence of intoxicating substances. The use of drugs or alcohol while on site is strictly prohibited. Prescribed medication that could impair judgment or cause drowsiness must be reported to the host. If prescribed medication affects you negatively, stop and report immediately. Examples of such medications include flu medicine, cough mixtures, and muscle relaxers. Any firearms or weapons of any kind must be declared when arriving at the site. Alcohol tests may be conducted. Zero tolerance for contraband ensures zero harm. An incident is any unplanned event that could cause harm or damage. When an incident or accident occurs, Ensure that you report the incident/accident to your host immediately. Always stay alert for moving machinery. Stand clear of the swing radius of mobile machines. Do not stand behind any mobile machine where the operator cannot see you. Maintain positive eye contact with the operator whenever possible. Vehicles and machines have the right of way. Maintain a 3-meter rule for LDVs and a 5-meter rule for TMMs. Wear safety glasses where demarcated signs are displayed. Respect no entry warning signs. Environmental management of the mine involves understanding and managing the impact of human and workforce activities on the natural environment. No open fires are allowed on the mine. No hunting of animals is allowed. Visits to graves are allowed, but any form of damage is strictly prohibited. Graves are fenced off and accessible from outside the mining site. No littering is allowed. Watch out for snakes when in undisturbed areas. Avoid walking in thickly covered areas and long grass. Do not attempt to kill snakes. Notify your host immediately when you encounter a snake. Do not approach a swarm of bees or attempt to collect honey. Report the bee swarm to your host. Thank you for watching our safety induction video. Remember, safety is everyone's responsibility. By adhering to the procedures outlined in this video, you help ensure a safe environment. Stay vigilant, report any safety concerns promptly, and always prioritize safety in everything you do. Together, we can achieve zero harm.